it's amazing. Rolling out the 8-pin, coming in very light and just rolling them down.
Now, while it was a big match for Michelle against Marianne throughout the week, these two have met only once on television. DeRupo won over Feldman 167 to 166.
Wow. Marianne's best finish this year, 8th. Well, she's definitely made that a little bit higher with tonight's TV appearance. Another great shot by Marianne. Wow, she's lined in.
Well, you can hear the hooping and hollering, and Carolyn asked Marianne about her strong fan base here and where it came from.
Well, it does a little bit of both. You do get excited when there's a big fan base, but it can only be more strength to you. I came down here earlier in the year to give lessons, so a lot of the men and women that I gave lessons to have showed up periodically, and I think I see a few of them here tonight, so I imagine it's going to be a strength. I have nothing to lose. I'm in 5th. I can only go up.
She can only go up is exactly right. They're all even here on the mini scoreboard, sponsored by Travelodge Hotels.
She said hurry up. Looks like she got that one in just a little bit. Still, though, projection to the right. Ball finishes very light. Blows the pins off the deck. A little bit inside of her target. Still threw it pretty good. Barely hits the head pin, but carries them all. That's what you're looking for.
Michelle Feldman, she is what you call a strike player, Carol.
Yes.
Except on that frame.
I would definitely call her a powerful strike player. Leaving the 4-pin, great shot. Came in a little hard at the end. Qualified second with 218 average.
She had a huge match play record. We'll get into that in just a minute. If you're enjoying this show, the PWBA will conclude its summer swing next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern from Fern Valley Strike and Fair in Louisville, Kentucky. It'll be one final chance to qualify for the Sport Bowling Champions Challenge. Don't miss all the action as the 2000 champion in Louisville, Michelle Feldman, who you're watching right now, will attempt to defend. That's Monday at 9 p.m. Now a 10-pin for Michelle Feldman, and I mentioned her match play record, Carolyn, in 19-5. She said it was the highest of her career, 79.1%, and her career match play record is only 58.3%. So what a difference this week.
And one of the key factors, she said, you know, I'd get up and I'd have to perform in the 10th frame to win a match, and I wouldn't do it. And then all of a sudden I looked up the scoreboard and said, oh my gosh, Tammy and Kelly are creeping up on me. I better get it together. And she goes, I like the pressure. I liked knowing that I had to perform and win matches to stay in the show. And she did it.
10 cashes for Marianne this year, so she's been consistent in terms of being in the top 32, top 24, even top 10, but just not in the top 5.
Right, definitely not as consistent as she wants to be going for that show every week. And Marianne, with the talent she has, should be.
Looking for a break there. Not getting it with an 8 count. She was in the lead by 12. That'll now take her to a 10-pin lead.
Doesn't project this ball as far right as she's been getting it. Picks up in the middle part of the lane. Goes Brooklyn. All of the ladies have said tonight that the lane, the middle part of the lane, is hooking more than it did all week.
And I mentioned it'll be the last chance to qualify next week for that Champions Challenge, the Sport Bowling Champions Challenge. Here are the qualifiers so far, all the champions in 2002. Carolyn, you just squeaked in last week. That event will kick off our fall swing. Will air in September.
$10,000.
I'm the one that's trying to hold this family together.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo free Black Cinema channel.
You've been selected.
You're crazy.
You have a sickness.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo free movies channel.
What do you think?
Feel good.
He's covered his tracks.
It does take a special kind of person to do this job.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Free Action Movies channel.
Do you believe in soulmates?
I have never wanted anyone more.
You don't want to go falling in love with a guy like me.
No safety net. I got you.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Her Free Movies channel.
Bobby Rayburn was San Francisco's brightest star. But to one fan, he meant so much more.
I just stopped caring, man.
Now do you care?
New this month and streaming free. Only on Zumo Play.
3-4 million at least. You know what we could do with that kind of money?
We're not going to rob the money train.
Why not?
Because we're cops.
Can't stop this thing even if we wanted to.
New this month and streaming free. Only on Zumo Play.
Marianne DeRupo trying to put her name on that list. Right now, she leads by 10 pins, stepping up in the fifth.
Marianne said one of her assets this week, she made some good ball choices. She matched surfaces with the balls that she chose and played the lanes correctly. And here she is tonight. She looks like she did that for the TV show.
Coming up late. Now, Carolyn, Marianne talked about with the success she hasn't had recently, she made a huge grip change and talked with Tommy and Tita Semez about that.
Yes, she said the grip change that she made has now allowed her to get out of the ball a little bit quicker, a little bit cleaner, and also her span has changed. She went a little bit longer, and that's also helped and taken a little pressure off of her hands. So I'd say the changes were definitely in the right direction because here she is. And wow, what a way to make the bucket.
With her spare ball. Now, is that recommended on the bucket? A choice.
That's a choice.
Personal choice.
I personally double wood. I don't ever use my spare ball. She chose to, and somehow she mixed those pins around and made the bucket. You know, that's just a choice on how you really yourself want to shoot at it.
1905 match play record we talked about. Michelle Feldman back with a strike. And Carolyn, is your choice on a spare how you're going to shoot it sometimes different with what ball you'd use based on the condition?
No, I use my spare ball, which is plastic ball, for all my spares except double wood. For the bucket or the 2-8, I use my strike ball. I adjust off of my strike shot. Of course, I'm not covering 15 to 20 boards either, so that could make a difference for some people.
Max score for Michelle Feldman, 268. DeRupo, 264.
Good shot again on that lane. Leaves another 10 pin. The amazing thing, you know, when people say, oh, you throw the ball straighter than me, or oh, she hooks it so much. Here's career versus DeRupo, 0-1. Could be happening again. A little early in the game yet. Basically, Michelle made a joke. We talk about it every week. I ask her where she's playing at. I just want to know where her hook spot is. That's it.
Well, through 5.5 frames, Marianne DeRupo is out in front by 6 pins. We'll return in a moment with the rest of the semifinal match.
What does WIBC mean to bowling? To 1.5 million members, sanctioned league bowling and tournaments are better because of WIBC. 85 years ago, we gave women the chance to compete. Today, we still provide the programs and services that benefit casual bowlers and the game's greatest athletes. The Women's International Bowling Congress, striving together to identify and fulfill the needs of women bowlers.
DeRupo now in the lead by 16 pins. While we were away, she threw shots in the 6th and 7th frame.
Today, we still provide the programs and services that benefit casual bowlers and the game's greatest athletes. The Women's International Bowling Congress, striving together to identify and fulfill the needs of women bowlers.
DeRupo now in the lead by 16 pins. While we were away, she threw shots in the 6th and 7th frame.
Seventh frame, she gets up, comes in a little light. She's begging. There goes the 7 pin. And by her reaction, she really, really liked that shot.
Now Michelle Feldman up in the 7th frame, trailing by 16. She's working on a spare.
Michelle needs to get that strike ball going. Oh, another 4 pin on that lane, but another good shot.
And she's not tripping the 4s. Marianne DeRubo's been tripping almost all of those 4 pins.
Well, in a one-game match, you need the breaks to go your way. You need to trip the 4 pins. You need to carry the light hit. Sometimes you can hit the pocket for 10 frames and shoot a great 190 game. Ooh. I thought that might hook there for a second.
Well, she's now using a spare ball all the time. That's been a change for Michelle this year.
She used to throw it so hard at her spares with the plastic ball that it used to zoom right by them. But now she's learned to calm it down a little bit, throw right at them, and she said her sparing's been a lot better.
Max score potential, 237 for Michelle Feldman, still 264 for Marianne DeRupo. That's a strikeout.
Going light, 2-8. One of the things Michelle talked about was, even though she could get to a pair and shoot a 170 game, she knew that she'd go to the next pair and probably shoot 280.
And she doesn't get down over it like she used to.
No, not at all. She just blows it off, goes to the next pair and says, hey, you know what? I know I can do this.
10 cash is also for Michelle, but 5, top 5. Ooh. Ouch. That hurts.
Hooks 5 at 2-8, just gets the 2, opens the door for Marianne. Uses her strike ball, shoot at it, hooks way too much, just clips to the left of the 2 pin.
So Marianne DeRupo, with things going her way in this match, first 2002 TV appearance, and you would think she's been on the show every week the way she's performing.
She feels a little more confident now in everything she's doing. And making the show this week definitely, put into her head, hey, some of the changes I made, some of the ball choices I'm making, I'm going in the right direction. I can build off of this.
Now, Marianne is an athlete in many sports, actually. She went to South Carolina University and was a collegiate softball 2-time All-American.
Softball, field hockey.
Basketball. She kind of played them all. She played some professional softball also for about 6 years.
Traverses there, changes balls, something that gets down the lane.
6th place finisher sitting right next to me, Carolyn Doran-Ballard. Rachel Perez. It's her second week back on tour. Did very well. And Liz Johnson there, the 2 other defending champs.
Kendra Gaines, our doubles champion this year. Paulina Alto, one of our great international players.
DeRupo now up by 29 pins with that open frame by Feldman as she missed the 2-8 spare in the 8th. DeRupo up now live in the 9th frame. Wow. She definitely has a good shot and is making good shots at the same time.
She has the right ball roll where when it's hitting the middle part of the lane, it's not over jerking, which Michelle has a habit of doing because of the rev rate. Here, she looks like she threw the ball good, gets it to the right, keeps skidding just a little bit further than it has been, but hits light and blows the wrap.
And that Michelle shot and taking out the 10.
Finally goes a little bit light in pocket and sends the messenger over to kick the 10 out. I guess that's what she needs to be doing.
The best she can shoot here would be 214. If she strikes out, she could actually force DeRupo to mark in the 10th frame.
Best finish this year, St. Clair Classic.
She really needed to carry that strike.
Makes the adjustment on that lane, comes in light, threw it good. She liked the shot once it left her hand, but leaves the 7 pin.
Michelle won that St. Clair Classic. That was her one title this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can smile, Marianne DeRupo, because you'll move on. But first, when we come back, a look at championship tournament record setters in this week's WIBC Extra Frame.
You've been selected.
You're crazy.
You have a sickness.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Free Movies channel.
What do you think?
Feel good.
He's covered his tracks.
It does take a special kind of person to do this job.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Free Action Movies channel.
Ready to fall in love? Make the first move on Zumo Play. We've got it all, from the heart-fluttering first crush to the kind of love you never saw coming, to the moments that truly matter, and all the twists and turns in between. Take a chance on true romance with a curated mix of romantic favorites, perfect for Valentine's Day. It's the season of love, now streaming free on Zumo Play.
This is about to get hot in here.
Celebrate Black creators, stories, and talent with a curated collection of movies, TV shows, and channels on Zumo Play. Laugh out loud with your favorite comedies. Get swept up in powerful stories.
I love your daughter.
Connect with unforgettable characters.
You know, this job can be hazardous to your health.
And honor visionary Black creators that shape generations. Black voices, Black stories. Now streaming free on Zumo Play.
Bobby Rayburn was San Francisco's brightest star. But to one fan, he meant so much more.
I just stopped caring, man.
Now do you care?
New this month and streaming free. Only on Zumo Play.
Great performance so far. She defeated Michelle Feldman 243 to 191 in the semifinal match. Opening shot. It's a good one, and Carolyn is her first championship match in a year, going for her first title in 4 years. Do you think she'll start to feel the pressure?
I think every time you go for a championship, you always feel a little bit of pressure. It's just how you handle it and what perspective you take on it. And she has worked her way up to this position over the break, and here she is.
Leanne Barrett with 25 titles, 2 of them coming in the last 3 weeks, so she's going for her 3rd title in just 4 events. And Carolyn, she did not appear to have a very good reaction in practice.
No, I went down, watched her throw her 10 practice shots. She was a little uncomfortable, liked the left lane a little bit better than the right lane, so opted to start on the right lane, went a little bit light, see if she makes the adjustment next time she's up on that lane. There's Leanne's stance, leaning back on that right foot to take the pressure off her left hip, and boy, she said that has done wonders. She was a little bit sore this week, but you know, that's just fatigue, hasn't had any problems. Definitely one of the best changes she made coming into the year. And I'll tell you, she was awesome all week. She led from round 1 to the last round and just never gave up. It was fantastic to watch.
Well, she out-averaged the field out-averaged second place by more than 310.
Right, 221.25. I mean, that's fantastic.
Marianne DeRupo, career TV versus Leanne Barrett 1-0, and it was a big match. Marianne DeRupo 255 to Leanne Barrett's 173. But if you look at this year head-to-head during the week, not counting TV, Leanne Barrett 6-0 against Marianne DeRupo.
Right. It's amazing how things turn around. Missed a little, went Brooklyn, left the 5-10, got it in, didn't project it to the right. And one thing you had to do this week, as you can tell by the people who are on the TV show, you had to get the ball to the right, around that hook in the middle part of the lane. Here she missed way left, got it in, and that's what happened all week when you did that.
Happy with just a 5-pin, an easy spare, and Leanne Barrett working on her equipment, Carolyn.
Putting some tape in her fingers. You know, you get on the TV pair, it's a little different once the match starts.
Adrenaline goes, fingers sometimes shrink. For some people.
Absolutely, shrink or swell. You know, right. It goes either way. Marianne likes to say hi to her mom, Rosemary, and the rest of her family.
Here's a look at our finalists and their average for 2002 versus this week. Carolyn, all of these ladies up in average this week over their 2002 average.
Those ladies threw a lot of strikes, and when you throw a lot of strikes and put them together, you shoot big games.
Those averages compiled by Ebonite Tournament Coordinator. That's our official tournament software. And so the ladies that actually hooked the ball the most obviously averaged much higher than what they've been doing for the year this week.
Yes, because they threw a lot of strikes and put some big games together.
So Marianne now going high again.
Now she's been going light on the left lane. That's the first time she's gone high in quite some time, probably since the first game. She's been going light, made a few adjustments, and she also was carrying a light hit.
There's that title 4 years ago, 1998 Visionary Bowling Products Classic. That was in Lancaster, Ohio.
And she hasn't been in this position since last year. Nerves might be setting in just a little bit. Makes it fair. She'll regroup.
Okay, she kind of gave a signal walking back up the approach there. Okay, all right, let's settle down right as you were saying it.
Regroup one shot at a time. See if Leanne makes an adjustment on this lane. Left a 2-pin on her first shot. Got it right. Comes in just a little high, gets a break, leaves a 4-pin, makes the adjustment. Looks like she threw that one a little bit slower than her first shot. Ball read the lane a little bit better. She's much deeper on that right lane. Just a little bit high at the end, 4-pin. She said she had a good feel, but she didn't have good reaction. So she felt, comfortable with the ball she was choosing from, but just didn't like exactly the read she was getting.
Some of the other finishers, Anne-Marie Dugan, she's cashed in every event this season. Tiffany Sandberg, she was a runner-up last week. And Marcia Kamarowski went in for Cara Honeychurch. She withdrew due to illness.
Tanil Grijalva, bringing her husband out this week, spent some time with her. She bowled great. Kathy Dore and Lizzie helping us out in the truck. Had a good week.
Leanne Barrett up in the 4th frame. She leads by 2 pins. Leanne, a feel player you were mentioning, had a good feel, not a good reaction, but she can get through on feel many times.
Right, because sometimes when you have a good feel, you can create your own reaction.
Exactly.
You're comfortable with that. You say, okay, I may not like what I have on the lanes, but I can create something because, everything just feels good. Sometimes you get that one ball in your hand, it's like, it feels like it was just made for me. Great shot on that lane, leaves the 10-pin. Change balls. Plastic ball, shoots right at it.
Oh, that was close.
She made the little mark, the little action at the foul line when she let that go, too, thinking, ooh, is it going to get there?
It just did. So Marianne DeRupo now getting ready to step up in the 4th frame. And Rookie of the Year, we talked about Kelly Kulick, Marianne DeRupo in 92, Tammy Turner 94, Leanne Barrett way back in 87. Getting it out there.
Getting it high again. Also, she looks like she's a little bit softer than she has been. Now, one thing she said she worked on over the break also was trying to hook the ball more. But when she was doing that, she softened up her ball speed. First 2 games, she seemed like she was throwing a little bit harder. Seems like she's softening up a little bit. When you miss left and you're a little soft, the middle part of the lane is going to pick, the ball's going to pick up in that middle part of the lane and just start going left. I think what she needs to do...
Another close there. Wow.
She needs to make sure she keeps her ball speed and still projects the ball to the right.
Well, sometimes you think maybe she's getting a little protective. Sometimes when you're trying to get maybe not play totally aggressive, you might slow up a bit.
Absolutely. I mean, there are a lot of things that go through your head. I mean, and you keep going back to the fact that she hasn't been here since last year. She's worked on a lot of things. I mean, she just needs to keep it simple. And that was one thing she said. When I get there tomorrow, no matter what game I'm in, I'm going to keep things simple and just keep doing what I did all week.
41-35 record on television, and she trails by just 2 pins right now.
She got that one a little bit further right.
And light. You had mentioned she'd been light on that lane until that last shot.
Michelle Feldman was light on that lane. Marianne had gone light on that lane. Could be getting a little carry down. Gets it to the right. A little bit further right than she had been getting it. Comes in really late, leaves the 2-4.
fair ball and covers it up. And I know that Marianne, very good friends with the Memphis Women's Bowling Association. I think all of the athletes are by the end of the week. They were tremendous. I understand there was a lot of food provided for you all week.
Food every day for us for lunch, and let me tell you, it was fantastic. And I have to admit, the desserts were fantastic also.
So you ate them?
Yes, I did. 2 wins this year.
Leanne Barrett up by 4 and light, so it'll take it back to a 2-pin match. Speaking of the desserts for our sponsors, I understand someone made a cake with all the sponsor logos on it.
Yeah, that was really nice. Looks like a good shot. Gets it right down the lane. Hits a little bit of a hang. 2-8.
What do you think?
Feel good.
He's covered his tracks.
It does take a special kind of person to do this job.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Free Action Movies channel.
$10,000.
I'm the one that's trying to hold this family together.
Catch these movies and more before they disappear on the Zumo Free Black Cinema channel.
Some people think they can push you around, but it's only true if you let it be.
I don't want you to get hurt.
New this month and streaming free, only on Zumo Play.
My name is James Jackson Dial. I was trained in target elimination. Just want to be chaotic real quick.
Go, go, go.
Now streaming on the free movies page, only on Zumo Play.
You're crazy.
New this month and streaming free, only on Zumo Play.
Leanne left her ring 10, then goes light. Lanes could be going through a little bit of a change.
So what is your thought process? What do you do when you start to see transition? Take us through it in your mind, what your thought process would be.
Simple. Help. No. Well, it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, like we said, we're making the spare. And that's a hard spare to make on this, especially when you're playing that deep. You got, there is plenty of hook out there, but you got to make sure that you don't hook by it to the left. Got to make sure you still get it to the right. You're thinking, okay, you might be going through a little bit of a change. For me, I think, what did I do during the week when this happened?
Okay.
And kind of reflect back. But you can't wait too long because, you only have 10 frames, and 10 frames on TV is a lot shorter than 10 frames in match play.
There's the all-time title list records, and Leanne Barrett now tied for third. She's going for title number 26, would put her in third all on her own.
Ooh, almost tripping that 2 out.
Fortunate to get the 8 out, leave herself an easy spare.
One of the things Leanne did say is as the week went on, the lanes did get a little bit tighter, mostly in the back. But like I've stated, the middle part of the lane still hooked, so the projection had to be the same, but they did try to move everything to the right. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Pulls it to the left a little bit, hooks right by it.
Well, that was a big error, and that now put Marianne DeRupo in the lead over Leanne Barrett. We'll return to see who will walk away victorious in the Miller High Life National Players Championship. May of 2001, Michelle Feldman took charge after falling and injuring her thumb to win the Miller High Life Open over Cara Honeychurch 257 to 224. In the host center category, June of last year, right here at FunQuest Lanes, Carolyn Doran-Ballard defeated Marianne DeRupo 225 to 196 to win the Greater Memphis Open. And in the event category, in October, Liz Johnson barely squeaked out a victory in the Hammer Players Championship over Michelle Feldman by a score of 205 to 202 at the Cherry Bowl in Rockford, Illinois. You saw Leanne Barrett miss that 2-pin as we went to break. In the 7th frame, Leanne Barrett washed out and then going high with a spare in the 8th. So right now, Marianne DeRupo leads by 19 pins as she steps up in the 8th frame, going for her first title in 4 years. And a big break for Marianne DeRupo.
Looks like it's a good shot. Doesn't quite get it as far right as you need to. Goes Brooklyn. Both girls look like they've kind of lost it a little bit. Leanne keeps getting it way far to the right. Ball's quite not coming back. Marianne cutting it off a little bit. And once you do, it goes left. But got the break. Let's see if she can, capture on it.
So maximum score, if Marianne strikes out, 223. Maximum score for Leanne Barrett, possible 194. Marianne with that big break in the 8th. This could be a huge strike if she follows it up. High again.
High again, leaves a 3-6-10. Well, it's coming down to the wire. Could be trying, because you know what's happening? They both look like they lost their reaction a little bit. You're pressing a little bit to try to make the ball strike or make a perfect shot. And you know what? That's even worse sometimes. You kind of just got to let it go. 5-time WIBC All-American.
Needs to cover this spare up, keep the pressure on Leanne Barrett. Ooh. Oh, that chop.
Chops the 3-6. Off the 3-6-10. Ball starts to go a little left. Thought she might get it. Drops right around the 10. I'll tell you, it's still a close match.
It sure is. A new life for Leanne Barrett, as I believe she trails now by just 7 pins.
Leanne switching balls on this shot.
Well, it's do or die. She has to make something happen here in the 9th frame, though the match now close after that open frame to Marianne DeRupo. And you have to do it. You have to take a chance.
Absolutely. She didn't have anything with what she was doing at the time. She made the decision. She moved even deeper. Looks like it looked like she kept the ball speed up, got it to the right, moved deeper, thought she did what she had to do, maybe get a little right of that out of bounds, and she washed out.
It looked like a good guess. Looked like it would set up. And don't forget, right now on the line, the top seed string and dominance that's been going on all year in the singles events. The top seeds won all 8 events. But Leanne Barrett right now in jeopardy of that ending. She needs 3 strikes for a 170. That would force Marianne DeRupo to mark in the 10th. So Leanne Barrett really needing to strike out now.
Gets to Brooklyn. Hey, at this point, 10 frames, she needs everything she can get. I'll tell you, looking at what's happening, they've bowled great all week. It is the TV pair, the lights, the nerves. Lanes are changing. I wouldn't want to have to get up there now and throw a shot.
No, because it really doesn't look like they even know where to throw it.
No, absolutely not. But that's how great the athletes are out here. I mean, during the week, when this happened, you had to make the adjustments to get to this point. The 10 frames, like I said, these are a quick 10 frames on TV.
Big shot. Not going to get up. So for Leanne Barrett, wow, what a dominant tournament to have to end this way.
She was phenomenal all week from day one, never let up. She threw it great. She made the right adjustments. She looked like she moved a little left, got it right. The ball just squirted on her. 2-4-8-10.
And not to be for Leanne Barrett. Tough match, tough game. Wonderful weekend for Marianne DeRupo. Carolyn, it's another champion. Another new champion this year.
Another new champion to go into that champion shootout. And you know, it's nice for Marianne. She's waited quite some time to get this next title. Nice. She's got a great fan following here. You know, I mean, she deserves it. Kept the ball in play. She made her spares except for one. That's what you need.
Looks like she's starting to get a little emotional. I would after a long stretch like that. So she spares it up, and Marianne DeRupo wins her first title since 1998. We'll be right back to talk with her. Stay with us. And there is your winner of the Miller High Life National Players Championship, Marianne DeRupo, and bringing in the trophy, Ricky Adair, GM here at FunQuest Lane.
Marianne, on behalf of Miller Brewing and FunQuest Lane, I'd like to congratulate you on winning the tournament. There's your trophy. Congratulations. Thank you.
And I know you're looking for that check. So Pete Hines, the manager here at FunQuest Lane, has some money.
Well, Marianne, $13,000. Miller High Life and FunQuest Lane. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Well, I'd like to thank everybody here at FunQuest Lanes. I mean, everyone's been wonderful. I'd like to thank Miller, WIBC, Travelodge. I just really don't know what to say. It's been so long.
We'll help you. Carolyn, come on in with a question for Marianne. She needs a minute.
Well, there's probably only one question to really ask you. It's been 4 years. You decided to do it with the big one, the Players' Championship. How do you feel?
I'm not sure how I feel. I'm just glad I did it here. The people here are wonderful. I've been down here giving lessons. It's the South. What more can you ask for?
She says a big thank you. Congratulations again to Marianne DeRupo. She snaps the top seed dominance, winning her first title in 4 years, and it's a big one. Join us next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the finals of the Louisville Open from Fern Valley Strike and Spare. For Carolyn Doran-Ballard, I'm Jan Schmidt. We hope you enjoyed it. So long from Collierville. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.